And my other announcement post-its. We are the live. We have found the power of liveness. So, now that we are live, who would like to give the recap for inspiration that you might desire in this dark ziggurat cavern dungeon thing?
Well, last time, after we did a little hunker down, little snoozy, we decided to head back to the ziggurat to see if the giant bundle of snakes was still there in case they had some of the loot. And then we saw there was someone else here also doing the loot. Oh, well, we can't be having that done. There would be setting fires and junk, and we all sort of started instead of smashing, we started talking, whatever that's about. Anyways, Sticks seemed to understand him, strange walking lizard thing, and they seemed enthusiastic about each other, probably because of the fire or something. And they told us that there's be something spooky in the ziggurat. I don't really understand what they were saying because I didn't speak the language, even if Sticks be transliterating or whatever. Anyways, some of us stand on the thing and kind of bite it for a bit, and we decide, nah, that's pretty bad. After doing some jiggery pokery, we find a funny button that are definitely expertly punched in order to get the thing to open. And it was because I punched it that the wall opened, no other reason. Definitely couldn't have just pressed it. Definitely not. Go down some stairs. Place is winding, goes down maybe 50 feet or so. And then something insidious happens. Springs on us a funny trap. We got to hold our breaths tight like, in order for us to get through and survive. After a bit of finagling, hidden in the smoke, we opens the doors and find ourselves in a place that's even rankling little old me. There'll be a monster in here, monster from the stars. It rankles Echo, rankles the rest of us. We reckons we ought to probably leave, even if our adventuring spirit says we should probably do a bit of exploring. But still, probably can't deal with that. Can't deal with no space junk.
Ah, damn. There you go. Take your inspiration. Well deserved. Very in character. And, yeah. You guys are indeed in this octagonal chamber with a stair leading down to a doorway that's most ominous. And a stair leading back up to a now plain wall. But the secret door that led you down here is closed. And you are left with what to do.
So, what is it? You said there's a thing from the stars, but I don't understand. Like, is it a rock from the stars? Anyone?
Like a moon? Trying to remember who identified it.
It was very cool. Video.
Oh.
Let's see.
I don't understand what he's saying.
And this is in reference to the fiction.
Yeah, what is it? I don't understand what it is.
Some entity that ancient, powerful. It is otherworldly in many ways. Tribes say from beyond great stars. Known as masters, enslavers.
That don't sound
Very dangerous.
good. What you reckon, lads? Reckon we could fight it?
Oh.
I will look at you guys and roll a martial check. Oh, I should probably.
Oh no, Spoon's done disappearing.
If he does have dark vision, they don't. They just can't see shit.
We got magicked some dark vision, right?
Yeah,
Was
there
the
was a blast of dark vision.
I don't think he was there for that.
Oh, he was there for that either.
No.
I'm blind. Ah! All right. Looking at with the 23.
I have a friendly fire elemental standing next
Yeah, I'm just joking because he doesn't actually have it. If we're well rested and prepared, perhaps survival and victory can be achieved. But it'd be difficult.
So
I
you're
doubt
saying there's a chance.
I am. There's strength in numbers. Normally, my clan would send many. But we are many right now. I don't think they'd be right through this next door. Likely at the heart of Ziggurat. So we'll have time to find place to rest if needed. But it is very dangerous if that is what is at heart. Hello, phone. More is likely to be filled of similar dangers.
There don't seem to be no treasure none in this room, neither. Not even worth our time exploring right now. That being said, you said this used to be a place where Umis come worshipping, yeah?
Yes. Cult that worshipped a higher power. I believe to be Aboleth in the common tongue. They likely thought it was something different.
Wonder what got him in the end. Anyways. So lads, huddle up. What gonna be our options? We're gonna nosy around, have a peeking, or are we gonna, I don't know, find a way to bash our way through the door we found? Or maybe even if we do some poking around down there, we might even find a different way out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. No,
This ain't very proactive.
I went down the stairs well stealthed to see what was there.
I sure as hell didn't see you.
There is a door at the other end with the depiction of the spooky scary. The Aboleth.
So there's a door at the end of this hallway that we can see?
Yeah, just the bottom there.
I know I like
Would it be if
breathing.
it really was on the other side?
I want to perception the door for like, light, heat, smells, airflow. That kind of
Go ahead. 15.
Yeah, this is a 2-room dungeon.
The door is very solid. But you do see. Actually, let me see if that would be far enough to get light. Let me drop a light source down. One moment. Well.
we have dark vision.
Yeah, it's just the door is solid. You only see at the bottom of the door because of the little crack sliver, and I'm just saying if it'd be far enough to actually give you any sight of it if you're not, like, face planted on the ground. Though you are a goblin, so you might be doing that.
And I'm tiny.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know you definitely. There is light, but it's very, very faint coming from the bottom of that little crack of the door, indicating that it's likely far off within this chamber, indicating that the chamber is
color?
likely very big. Orangey reds, yellows, little flame colored, basically.
Like normal torchlight.
Normal
color?
torchlight, yeah.
Is there a handle on the door?
This door does not seem to have a visible handle until you draw closer. With your 15, you would see that the depiction of the aboleth, you can actually see that part of the tendril, specifically the tendril that looks kind of like like an alien mouth, like from Alien with a little. Blah.
Oh, yay.
That
second
portion,
head thing.
yeah, the second head thing. That part of the aboleth seems to be a twisting lever. You can twist right or left. Indicating it's probably a doorway.
If I follow the line that makes, does it aim up the stairway or just like straight out? So it like hit a stair. If to say something were to shoot out of it.
Well, it's the mouth thingy is kind of pointing down, but it is pointing kind of like down. And I'm not on the token layer. So if it were pointing down directly here, it is slightly angled this way.
So it would like hit the wall if it were to shoot something.
If the second mouth thingy would shoot something, yes. The eyes of the aboleth would shoot you, though. And anyone in the stairwell. If it were a trap. Which a 15 does not reveal any traps.
Right. And I don't have trap finder, so.
Yeah.
Which is an oversight for my super stealth character.
It do be.
You trap finder. Only it's like a +1.
Yeah, but it lets me interact with magical traps, right?
That's the other one.
Oh.
Magic
Yeah,
Sight
let's
lets you
disarm them.
find magic traps, while Trap Finder lets you disarm magic traps. Without Trap Finder, you cannot disarm magic traps.
Without magic.
Yeah, without like dispel magic.
Okay.
I don't like being trapped in here. Can we figure out how to open the other door?
We can just
Yeah, I'll go back up
bash
the
it
stairs.
open.
There's a closed door down there.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
start looking
Maybe
at the things that opened the secret door here, and seeing if they have any other positions. I'm not gonna move anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just gonna start inspecting them and seeing if I can figure out if there's and then look around the room for any other mechanisms that might do something else.
Roll a perception.
Okay, we'll just go up to the door and like knock on it.
Ah, damn. As looking around this chamber here, it looks like the only mechanisms upon the statues would be the raising of the sword from the commanding knight, and then the shifting of the axe to be in the same position as this one here, which you've already done to reveal the secret door leading to the stairwell. Other than that, let me go into DM view. Behind the commanding knight statue, there's a small little slight brick that is loose and slightly pulled out from the rest of the wall. It's very, very faint. Like it's almost level with the wall, but you think you can get just the tips of your fingers on it and pull or push.
I found something. Can I make any sort of check to make an educated guess on what it might do? I do have engineering.
Roll an
Fine.
engineering check. It looks like a loose piece of stonework within the wall. You don't think it's a button or any other mechanical device. You think it's just something that should go all the way into the wall, but isn't.
I will see if I can pull it out.
You are able to pull it out, and behind it there is a small jewelry box.
Ooh. Okay. We'll look for traps.
There's no traps. The jewelry box is safe. Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna grab the jewelry box and get zapped by the trap.
There's no trap.
Okay.
What's in there?
Treasure.
Open it.
Is the box itself trapped or locked?
The box is locked, but it is not trapped.
I will take it to Bimbles.
A master lock can be opened with a master lock.
We don't have a second master lock.
Bimbles has disabled device though, and hopefully he can pick that lock. Let's see. I don't have access to his token.
No, we don't have his token.
All right, let me go slap you guys access. I was taking a drink.
Yeah, no worries.
Boop. There you guys go.
All right. Now, where is his? Does he have a button for that, or is it just the normal? Look at all the buttons. Spells.
Skills.
Nope, just
There's
adventure
the
skill.
skills. So adventure skill. Yeah. Why is it with a C?
Well, unfortunately, they break a lockpick.
Oh, maybe I should get his sheet open and find out how many lockpicks he has. Because
We break all his shit when he's not here.
I mean, he's the lockpicker. He's got to expect us if he's not here to pick the locks, right? Let's see.
Let's see. His Thief Souls do not list any notes on him, so it's probably in a different location on his sheet. He does have an consumables.
What's the box made of?
It's wooden banded in some form of metal.
Is it banded around the lock?
There is metal around the lock. Yeah, it's like 3 bands, 2 on just like maybe a quarter of an inch to the outside most edge, and then the very center where the lock is. There's a third
Well, if I
band.
don't want to use his lockpicks, I can use my carpentry tools to drill holes and get us in.
Is the box magical?
The box is not magical.
All right.
All right. I'm just gonna note in his token notes that he's down 1 lockpick because his sheet doesn't have that access.
Let's give him one more try, and if not, you can disassemble it or whatever. Device.
All right. That will unlock the lockbox, the jewelry box.
All right. Let's pop it open and see what's inside.
Inside is a ring placed upon a silk, velvety, purple cushion.
That's not magical.
On some,
No, oh, it's not
on
magical.
something there, lads.
I'm gonna grab the cushion.
The ring drops to the ground with a clink, clink, clink as you pull the cushion
into
out.
the box. Wouldn't the ring drop into the box?
I'll pick up the ring and inspect it further.
By the way,
Or
I want
let,
the cushion.
let's let Bimbles as a caster.
Yeah,
He can try to magic sight and identify, right? Let's see, magic skill.
I'm gonna pick up the ring if I'm sorry, you's gonna pick up the ring.
Kill what he did.
Is a 15 magic sight. Is it magical?
The ring is magical.
Alright, since he made the magic sight, he can attempt the spellcraft. Oh, that's an adventure skill. 23 spellcraft.
It is known as a ring of the sea strider. I am posting it in your armory.
I love swimming.
C and stride.
Just making this more reader friendly in the thing, so bolting some letters and stuff. Right, it is a minor, very rare ring. It provides the wearer with a swim speed of 40 feet, as well as the ability to do as a bonus action while you are in contact with liquid. You can cast the Dimension Door spell, which allows you to teleport up to, I believe, in Unbound 320 feet, I think. We'll bring it up. Might be a spell that I just have in my version of map of the book, but who knows? Dimension Door, cool. Here it is.
As long as the liquids are touching each other.
Yeah. 10 feet plus 45 feet per EMM. The ring has an EMM of 6, so 45 times, or 90 times 3 would be 270, so 280 feet. I'll just
Yeah.
put that in parentheses. However, your starting entry point must be connected by a contiguous mass of liquid. Yeah. Once to use this ability cannot be used again until the next midnight. It's the Ring of the Sea Strider.
So that says Dimension Door spell. So it's acting as a teleport keyword spell. Is that self only?
Where?
Dimension Door is a personal self spell.
Ah, yeah,
Okay.
strange personal, yes. This. Which is why it's 8 out of 7.
Okay.
Anyway, can I look up here for any switches?
Roll perception.
Alright, I'll be doing all that.
You
Very nice ring.
see no switches or buttons or levers or anything that can open the now smooth stone wall before you.
I just
I-
knock on
can
the.
I take the
just
box?
knock on the door and
Hey.
leave.
You can take the box. A small jewelry box. Boop.
You never know where you're gonna find wood, and I can maybe use this to make some spoon accessories.
Yeah, spoons are important.
You keep the box and keep spoons in it.
Yeah, it's a
No.
spoon box.
I have
It's-
holders for spoons already.
But what if you want to gift spoons? Yeah.
You're not the pretty lady.
But you can gift them to the pretty lady.
My point is, there's plenty of wood out in the forest. You don't need to break down the box to make wood. Just keep it as a box. If you don't want to keep it as a box, I'll take it. 'Cause it's yeah.
Anyway, guys, the door is locked. There are no buttons. We are trapped here forever until we just, break out.
Well, there's a door down there.
I mean, that doesn't lead to the outside, probably.
Maybe not, but it does lead somewhere that ain't trapped in here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So are we
Now that
going
we're done
Yeah.
looking at
deeper,
the
or...
box and the contents of the box, I'm gonna go back and look in the hole. And if there's anything behind the box.
Just a empty little spot. It looks like someone used it as a little secret treasury of theirs.
Okay, just double checking there isn't like a button in there or something. Oh, let's distract them with treasure if they do find it.
It's true, that would be the way to do about it, but this one does not have a secret distraction button.
All right. In that
Hey,
case,
Toad. I can't believe this.
I'm gonna start looking up down the hallway for any more secret buttons or whatnot until I get to the door that leads out and look up really good around there.
Alright, roll me a perception.
I mean, there's nothing there. I checked. Just believe me.
Did you check very well? You are a bit mopey.
I mean, it's the stone. It's it's smooth. It's there's no door.
You should sit down. Thinking's hurting you too much.
Nah. I don't.
I got a 22.
Alright, with 22, looking down the corridor, sticks and stones, your 23 being the higher of the two, you're not seeing any buttons. It is as if there was never a door to be placed there in the first place. Yet you know there is one there. Just smooth stone. Well, not exactly smooth, but there's obviously no indication there's a door there. That's concerning.
Yeah, I didn't find anything.
We could just break down the wall. I mean, when I say we, I mean Bob.
I ain't got infinite things to break down things with. And you got digging tools? Like a pickaxe?
I have a regular
think so.
axe.
How good at fire beetles at digging? I'm pretty sure a fire elemental won't do anything to that wall. Make it discolored.
Could you
Let me
send the
see.
firemental outside the wall and have them push the button again?
Let's just see the place to summon it.
Yeah,
No,
I've
I
only
mean,
got
summon the fire
yeah.
elemental, right? And then have it elementalize through the wall and then push the button on the other side.
I don't think it can do that. It's not a ghost.
It doesn't have
It's not
that.
an idiot, though.
Does not have that ability to move through the small crack, unfortunately. Actually,
I've
you don't
got-
even see a small crack, so yeah. Yeah, you need something different.
Like there
I
is
got
no
rending
crack.
tools, I got carpentry tools, I got 5 of my throwing balls.
The balls could work. It's just, you throw them really hard at a wall.
Could we, like,
reckon they'd break before I get
which way
anywhere.
did the door open? Like side to side or top to bottom?
It slid down to the ground.
So if we could get something under the edge of the door, we might be able to, like, lever it up. It's only got to go up a little bit, right? Just enough for something to get outside and push the button.
Then we send Spoons through because he can probably fit. Maybe.
Well, I can fit sooner than any of you could fit.
That's true. We don't gotta break it all down. We just gotta break enough for one of us to get out and smash the button.
Just to be clear, the door when opening has the stonework sliding down into the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I scratch it at all with acid from a cantrip rod?
No, not enough damage.
Okay.
What is the what is the hardness of it, do we think? Are any of us any good with identifying how tough a wall is?
Engineering?
Do I have siege
A
tactics?
little engineering.
I do not have siege tactics.
Well, depending on the type of material, granite has a hardness of 7.
I rolled a 1.
Most rocks have like a 4 or 5 in the hardness department.
But I have lore in cave minerals.
This isn't a cave, and this isn't a mineral.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I rolled a 1. That is a 10, though.
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
calling for a geologist in chat to be like, actually, rocks are collections of minerals, and I'm going to tell them, shut up.
I have lore in abandoned ruins. Can I roll?
That's this. Do you actually have a lore in abandoned ruins?
Yes.
that's oddly specific.
Yeah.
I have very specific lores.
Clearly. Well,
So do I. They just don't apply.
Sure.
Look at this magnificent roll. It's 14.
You have any intelligence bonus? No. You have a penalty of -2. So that's a 12.
That's a,
Well, you have no idea.
It's just Just don't remember if it counts as a proficiency.
Alright.
It just allows you to roll the knowledge check.
Then yeah. Then
If you have knowledge and lore, then it reduces the DC.
Is there any chance that this entire dungeon is a construct?
I mean, there's always a chance.
I
That's
do
not
have
what you want to hear.
lore and construct weak points, but I'm pretty sure it's not a construct. So at least
Bob, you can just hit it really hard, and if it doesn't work, we just think of it a different way.
Yeah, I'll switch to my backup weapon, and I'll hit it. Oh yeah, I have 2 weapons, precisely the same, except one's high quality and the other one's. So I whip out Ghost Gutter, and
I'm going to back
Goodness.
up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get away from him while he does this.
Yeah. Just stay and stand behind the statue.
Yeah.
what is the difference between Ghost
I'm going to
Gutter?
re-stealth.
There is functionally no difference between Big Chopper and Ghost Gutter, aside from one's made of silver and one isn't. No, one's made of. One's got a funny material and one isn't. I'll hit it normally at first, just to test it. I think that's how Bob will do. Or whap. I'll make Ghost Cutter in a second.
Alright, let's see here. One moment. Bring up the rules for slapping walls.
Another option, if you don't want to use your weapons, is for the next couple things, or or if this doesn't work, is I do have blacksmithing tools, which I'm assuming includes a hammer. And I want to say I saw on Bimble's sheet that he has pitons, so you could essentially try to chisel the wall.
I
Use a
could do
piton
that.
as
I'm
a
not very
chisel.
smart though.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to be smart. We just tell you to hammer this spike into the wall.
I say I'm not
Over
that
and over
smart. I'm
again.
actually quite intelligent. I've got quite a good intelligence.
Smarter than K.
Everyone is smart.
That's not very hard.
You swing your big chopper at the wall and you hear a crunching sound, a striking of metal upon stone, and you look, and your blade looks okay, thankfully. The wall looks unfazed. There's a superficial white line across it, but otherwise no actual damage.
If I continue at this pace, how long do I reckon it would take for me to get anywhere?
You think your weapon will break before the door does?
Can I cast Embrittle on the door?
You could.
Decreases
Lowering
its
its
hardness by
hardness and stuff?
5.
Expand your mana.
It's a cantrip. Oh no, it's level 1. Can I cast it as a cantrip? Hold on. What is that? So many tabs.
No, you can't. It's
Weaken is a 0th level.
no. Wait, what school is it?
Weaken is a 0 level transmutation
That's
keyword.
transmutation.
So I can
right.
cantrip this.
Yeah.
Are you spontaneous?
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
And it's just.
So I
whatever
just
your
weaken
EMM
this.
is.
It's 1 point per purchase. So I get, what, 3 points? So I can weaken it by 3 hardness for 4 rounds, 8 rounds at a time.
Well, you can just cast it every round.
Right. So, I cast it, he hits it. I cast it, he hits it, kind of thing. And it's a cantrip.
All right. Let's
So I can
see
weaken the hardness
here.
by 3. You want me to put the keyword in? It's just the weaken keyword.
I'm reading it right now. You're good.
Also,
You think at that pace, you think it's still likely your blade will break before the door does, but you'll actually be doing damage. So that's nice.
Harden. Do you have harden keyword?
Do you have
I do have
repair?
harden.
Because you can cast weaken on the door and
I
harden
can
on
weaken the door,
blade.
harden the weapon.
Yeah, and just
I could do that because they're rounds per EMM too. So as long as I just cast 1 each round.
Yeah.
Again, does anyone have the repair keyword? If so, then you
I
can
do.
top up my weapon between.
I also have the
Equal.
repair keyword.
You can literally just do.
I'm a
weaken,
transmutation
harden, or
aspect
hip-
mage. Like I have all of the transmutation keywords. I just do.
Well, what is your
transmutation
aspect?
Transmutation.
You can do.
Oh, so
aspect
you're
as a
just
school,
you're
yes.
just a school mage, effectively. Okay.
Yes, just a little bit more
It's a-
specialized.
It's a different flavor of school mage. sort
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
But yeah.
You can only do transmutation.
I have 2 keywords that aren't transmutation. But that's because I took this school. Like I'd have the knowledge for it. So
So you
And
can
it's
literally just
fortify.
weaken, harden, repair, and just
Yeah, I can weaken, harden, repair
cycle
in
them.
a cycle, and my EMM is high enough that they all will be up at the same time.
Yeah,
With
and with one
breaks, how
concentration.
long will that take?
Well, if you figure 3 rounds for a cycle,
That's 30 seconds?
And you can hit it like every turn while he does it because it just stays for 4 rounds.
right?
All three
well, no,
effects.
it'll
So,
stay up for 8 rounds because I have the double duration.
oh yeah, so like you can literally, Bob, you can just hit it every round, and every 3 rounds your weapon will be fully repaired.
Yeah, and I'm just keep refreshing the hardness of your weapon and repairing it and weakening the door. So I have to be there right next to you when you're doing this, but yeah, I just have to not fail casting a cantrip. Can I even fail when not in combat?
Yes? Asterisk?
Don't think so.
But I don't lose mana because I'm not spending mana, right?
Yeah,
As long as you're not upcasting it, you don't have to make a check.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I can do this. It would just take time, TM.
Time, yeah. The only resource we're spending is time.
Well,
But, I mean, it's still a resource, you know. We don't have all the year to dig through a wall.
I mean, to calculate how long it's going to take for you to break through this door. Because you're not doing a lot of damage to it. You're doing it like maybe 1 or 2 damage per round.
Oh.
What if I power attack?
I mean, yeah, you can just full power attack because you literally cannot miss it. It's
I mean, I
amazing.
can miss it, asterisk. I just don't do anything.
You can
But
wild attack it. You can literally power wild attack it.
Oh, yeah.
So you
for some
won't be able
reason-
to miss it.
Yeah, I guess. And then I push, so, you know.
Yeah. Also could enhance weapon to, for it to deal more damage.
I don't. I'm not sure if that is that gauche at that point. I don't think it is.
Oh wait, the manipulate keyword says I can open doors with it, but it's got like a weight limit.
Gee,
Yeah.
I just noticed
I
my
think it's-
modifier for my damage is 10. That's not right. It should be 7.
5 times spell level times EMM.
2.5. Should be 17.
20. So no, this door weighs more than 60 pounds, so I can't open it.
There we go. Oh, have I been doing less damage this entire time? Oh my god, I have been doing 0.5 of my ADM less damage this whole time.
It's a curse.
It do be a curse.
Alright, give me a engineering check, everyone who's seeing them cut into the door.
Sure.
I'll elect to not do this because I'm too focused on chopping the door.
I don't have engineering.
17.
Alright.
I don't have engineering.
With a
Symbols might-
17 for sticks, with their inefficient tool, in the thickness of this stone door, and how little damage they're doing to the door, even with the changes and you guys having to keep the tool being repaired and whatnot, and all that good stuff, you believe it will take them about a day to break down this door. A full 24
Even
hours
my-
of just hacking at the door.
Even with my slightly updated damage because I effed up.
It's slightly less than a day.
Would it go faster with a hammer and chisel?
Yes. 100%.
Well, we have those.
Yes, I will say, hey, quit doing that. Here, I'll hand you a hammer and get Bibbles to hand over his. He has 1 piton apparently. We will use.
I've got several silent pitons. We can just use those.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Here, do it this way.
I'll even save our ears.
All right. What was once measured in basically a day is measured now in hours. You think it will take them, with the chisel and beaten, let's see here. Did you do?
Goal's just to make a hole big enough for Spoonsy to crawl through, right? And then
Big enough for spoons to crawl through would be about 2 hours. They'd have to squeeze and, but about 2 hours for them to crawl through. It was going to be 6 hours for everyone else to get through.
Spoons can also cast reduce.
Well, I
that
can not
count?
only do reduce, I can also change form to a snake. So
Well,
if you make it snake size, I can go snake
Well-
size and go out the hole. And
Not
then-
sure about you,
Well-
but this pit ain't long enough to make a snake-sized tunnel for a 2-foot
true.
thick
Yeah,
wall.
we don't have a drill. We have a hammer, and a spike.
Okay.
So that's gonna make a cone-shaped hole, and at some point, right? Because you gotta have room to work.
Exactly. Alright, you lads sit tight. At least it's a silent pit, so it makes less noise.
All right. Well, you guys are going to be clanging on that door for a good long while.
Clang. Clang.
We
If
might
it
as well
helps
call
our
it a day.
strength, it's only 2 hours. It's not like calling it a day.
Alright, see
Have
you
a-
guys in 2 hours.
+7 strength mod, +3 con mod, and a will to live.
All right. Since you're doing this over a long period of time, I need you to make me an endurance check there, Bob.
Cool. What do I roll for that?
Vitality.
Yippee.
Plus whatever you have for endurance specifically.
Which is your con mod,
I...
plus any bonuses.
That vid check. Oh, con mod, that'd make that a 14 if I'm adding that to this.
Okay. Well, you don't suffer any fatigue while you're just hammering into it, but after a good long while, eventually you make a hole big enough for a tiny creature to fit through.
I see daylight on the other side now.
Well, I can cast shift size to go even smaller if it would be much faster.
Up to you. I'm the one hammering.
But we also don't actually know if the button outside is gonna open the door.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay, so tell me where the button is, because I don't think I was present when you pushed it.
You were. You was.
I was nearby. I didn't see the button.
Alright, follow the wall. So if we're looking out here, follow the wall round to the left. No, our right. So it would be the left from that view. And round the side there should be a small crater in the wall. I don't know how it got there,
Push that.
but the button's in that.
Okay. So
All
I
right.
will go through it as a tiny creature.
As you push the button, the door will open.
Yippee.
You guys are
Let's get the fuck
freed
outta
from
here.
the sadness that was that tunnel.
At least it only took us like 2 hours. That's probably like the best.
And you got a ring out of it.
Yeah, we got
found
an
a fancy
expensive ring.
Oh, we could test it right now. Who wants to go swimming?
The crocodiles look at you
There are
hungrily.
crocodiles everywhere.
You know,
Oh wait, if you have a swim speed, do you reduce the penalty for fighting underwater?
I don't remember if that's a thing in Unbound or
I
not.
think it's based on the weapon.
It's definitely based on the weapon. I just
Well-
don't remember if it's swim speed tied too. I feel like it's not.
I have a slashing weapon. I could go crocodile hunting.
That's not.
All right. I almost, by the way, had it so that trap when the door closed would have made the room airtight, but I did not do that.
That would have been much more difficult.
Yeah, you guys would have been probably passing out pretty soon. Because that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures plus a fire elemental smoking up all that breathable air.
Let's just say it used to be airtight, but it's really old. I mean, I
Yeah.
can see all the vines sticking up through that. There's got
Yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't make it airtight.
Yes, we'll go with that.
And the fact there was a small crack beneath that door that led to the other chamber you guys didn't actually go in.
Brawn wins the day yet again, lads.
So who should wear this ring?
What's it do again?
Lets you
Let's just
dimension door across the water.
let you
What does
move in
that
the
even
water
mean?
real fast, and then
I can
and
already
then,
move in water real fast.
Once
It's
a
called
day.
sinking.
so then you don't need it.
It's called sinking.
Who can't swim?
I'm
Is it
actually
because
quite
he
good at
never
swimming.
learned, or is it because he's too dense? Too muscular.
He doesn't need to swim.
I've
He
actually
just
got
walks.
decent swim.
Well, because you're strong, yeah.
Yeah, I have. I've got it trained. I have a +9 to swim, including my armor check penalty.
Yeah, I'm trained in swim as well, and I have a +0.
Points,
I-
laughs.
I'm riding a construct that can't swim, but he can walk underwater and not have to breathe. The problem is I have to breathe. The thing is, the ring doesn't work for me because I'm pretty sure the dimension door thing, if I put it on stones, the two of us can't both go.
I don't
Mhm.
have proficiency, and I don't.
You would
I
need
have -1 to swim.
a talent for yourself to bring stones with you.
Right.
There is a talent for that.
There's a talent for it, yeah.
I'd be more likely to put it on him and give him the talent to bring me with me. But that's a little
The
bit hard.
talent is a companion talent, so he wouldn't be able to take it. You have to take it.
Oh, okay. Because he's the one who would want the swim speed. Because I'm riding on him. So yeah, the ring basically just doesn't really work for me.
I mean, I can take it. I have -1 to swim.
Okay.
Are we just gonna go by who's garboist at swimming? I think that's probably the fairest.
Yeah, and I can just give myself a swim speed
Mhm.
Yeah.
with magic.
Go on then.
So the ring goes to K.
Huzzah.
Bimbles isn't here to make an argument. Is there anybody who wants to argue on his behalf
I'm good.
that he should get it? No? Alright.
I don't know. I don't think Bimby's awful at swimming, right?
He was just dozing off. during this
Bimbles has a +3 to strength. Or swim.
So he's better at it than we are.
Better at it than K.
The ring goes to K. Yeah. Alright.
All right, let's go to the gogglers, please. I'm tired of this ziggurat.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
If you're going to the gogglers, then I will be at my clan.
Well,
I must inform them of this.
first
Wait,
to
where
his
is it?
canon.
It is
Let's.
southeast of here.
You said within a
Sure.
day, right?
Yes.
Let's just go to his tribe first.
Do
and
we
then
want
go
to?
Gogglers.
Aren't they
I mean,
carnivorous?
friends. What does that
Can't be
mean?
friends if we got Echo, right?
We're made out of meat, Kay.
I mean, we also eat meat. Like, we eat our own sometimes, no?
We don't think about it, but I guess.
So, what's the problem?
We also have meat.
Yeah, true.
we?
We have, like, a bunch of insect meat, yeah.
A lot of bullywug legs.
Bullywug meat, yeah. They would like bullywug meat, won't they?
We have 260 pounds
it-
of bullywug meat.
It would be easier to go to his place and then go to the gogglers than try to make a straight line to the gogglers, right? Because it's all through swamp.
His place is away from the
Oh.
gogglers. So if you go to his
Yeah,
place, you are
so
making a pretty big
we-
detour.
We need to head northeast. We'd basically
So,
be going back. on
if you
ourselves,
pull out your
right, a
map,
day.
do you actually have a map, by the way?
Isle
We
of
do.
Stellara,
Cool.
right?
Okay. Yeah. If you pull out the map, he will point out where his clan is. See here. DM view. All right.
The thing is, if we don't go with him to his clan now, then they won't recognize us unless we. So if
Yeah.
we try to go later, then we might be
Yeah,
attacked.
you guys are here. The Boxkill clan is down here.
I mean, that's not that bad. I thought we would have to go, like, here. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
out of the way, but not by much. But it does
It'll
put
let
you
us skip a bunch of swamp, right?
a thick amount of swamp to get to the Gogglers. Because instead of following the river where it's a bit easier, you're now in the basically have to go through the heart of the swamp to get to it. or
Yeah, but
a lot.
last time we were by the
Long.
river, we got our Drazied.
It's up to you guys.
True.
If we get a Drawseed, we crump them again. Well, sure, the last time we almost
Wasn't there
absolutely
a bunch of
ate it,
trolls?
but like
There are
supposedly,
trolls,
yeah, in a old Umi temple thing.
We're already at the old
Looks
Umi
at the
temple.
old. Yeah.
No, different Umi temple thing.
Umis and their temples.
No, it was like an outdoor thing, like a worshipping
Outhouse?
rock or something.
Like an outhouse?
No, different kind of worshipping rock. You like how you get the worshipping rocks in a big circle, and then there's a worshipping rock in the middle.
Men here.
No.
Men here.
Yes, there are men. Yes.
No,
There
no,
are men
no.
and they are here.
Men here stones. That's what they're talking about.
I
There's
thought they were undead.
they're gonna look at sticks. You're smart, right?
That's what they say.
So, tell your friends
Stones.
that men here stones. Let me look at your lores.
I'm so sorry.
Nature and plains.
You have not. Echo will say, tell your friends that men here stones are like, ancient worship spot by those who follow nature. Often guarded and protected, as they can be used as a way to transport over great distances. They are tied to the ley lines.
He says that they're nature shrines that let you go from place to place quickly.
Oh, they're like magic doors.
Uh-huh.
Can we use
Why
those?
are there men?
And are there men nearby them?
This one has trolls.
He says trolls.
I reckon I could crump a troll in order to get the other troll to listen to me. Actually, I look at sticks. You'd be perfect.
What kind of trolls?
Trolls?
They burn good?
I
Trolls.
never encountered them, but I assume. We roll a nature check. Couldn't tell ya.
Change his nature check to say nature to troll or to fire. Does it burn?
Fire check.
We can check it out.
Yeah. I was hoping to get some trolleys on side against the bugs and whatnot, but trolleys ain't really for listening.
Can you
Learn
show us
before
where any more doors are?
Just those in the swamp.
Can he mark the minier stones in the swamp?
Let's see, he knows of that one, but does he know of any others? No, definitely not. I just know the troll one because we know not to be near it. It's away from my clan, but near the river-ish. And he will mark it there.
Huh. All right.
Ebenmeyer men here.
Okay, I still think we go to the bog scales, but we could either go to trolls or go to gobblers.
Let's
Which
go
way,
with
Bob?
Let's go with the
Sorry, go-
kobold first. We can go to the trolls at any point.
Actually, since we're going to be doing a loop-de-loop anyway, if we go goglin, we can go bog scaling, then go home.
I mean, let's go bog scale first because we have this one. And
Well, we still got to go sea swag.
Oh no, we're
No,
cutting
we're
off
not
sea
going
swag
Sea
because they're so ripping far away.
yeah, they're too
And
far
we've
away.
limited ourselves to a week out. It's been, what, 3 days?
We should stop getting distracted then.
Imagine.
It's been 3 days. By the time we've done getting to bulk scales, it'll be day 4. Gogglers maybe 5. Then we got 2 days to head back to the thingy, and then we heading off.
And we can just go like this, and then from a river and just, visit them and just go by the river.
Sounds good to me, lads. Alright. Well, we got your attention then, Echo me old mucker. How about we go meet your mates?
Sounds good. Just, I'm used to traveling by myself, so it might be a bit longer.
No, it's alright.
And keep
I've got long
close.
legs.
Swamps are scary for outsiders.
It's alright, I'll crumpet.
Alright. Oh, let's go. As they will lead you through the swamp. Before I do that, let me turn the ambience to a swamp. It's important to keep
Swamp
ambience.
Mosquito
Yes.
noises.
Moss.
Just loads of
Swamp
mosquito
bees.
noises.
All the mosquitoes.
All I have to do is just open my window. Swamp ambiance.
Swampiance, if you will.
Swamp
Also
ambience.
dangerous in the swamp, so we should go with the local guide.
Yeah,
Right?
it's all planned out. It's like
see.
we are smart or something.
Truly.
And we might be able to save time if we do stop by the trolls, if we can find another doorway somewhere between over here and if we wanted, we hear about one between us and like the sweet sea swags, we could go there if we tag
We
both
would
doors.
have to find it first. Because you can only travel between those that you've already found.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, finding this one is good because it's decently close to home.
Mm.
So if we find some, like, I don't know, here, we can just...
Now that I know they're a thing, I can start asking people about them so we can figure out where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. That should do it. Again, taking you through the swamp and towards their land, their home. Let's see if there's anything along the way. Oh boy! Any adjustments to that D100?
Yeah, as a group, we have like
I'll come to
50.
block.
No. Wrong day.
Yeah, wrong day.
Tomorrow.
What is the party like? I don't actually
It's like 1, I think.
know. 1?
You guys have a
1.
0 party luck.
0. Even better.
Oh, never mind. I don't.
thought we
I'm not
had a
studying Destiny
net.
on this.
I thought we had a net 1. I've got a
Pinball's
minus
-1, Bob is 1, K is 1, Spoons is 0, yours -1. So, plus
Yeah, we have
2 minus
minuses
2.
and plus
plus 2
total
minus
is
yeah,
0.
Yeah.
net 0. So yeah, no, we accept our fate.
We can
84
destiny,
sticks.
but
We
I
could
don't
destiny.
think we... Yeah. But Let's not.
But we don't know what it is.
It's
I'd
true.
rather not destiny.
We can destiny it up to a teal break.
I'm not going to do anything.
Don't.
I accept my fate.
All right.
As we'll tear break it. Nothing bad will happen if we tear break it.
Nothing bad ever happens.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedy.
Oh boy! Here I go, kill him again! Oh,
Oh, that's all.
No.
Stop it! No, please, my character.
no mercy! Oh, you'll feel your punishments. And
My
like
wife
it.
spent so long drawing the art.
I'm just a level 1 goblin.
All right. Well, let me go grab a swamp encounter map.
Hey, whatever kills us, we get to come back as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to
Like we'll all be monstrous humanoids. Like we'll all be trolls. That'd be great.
Not necessarily.
Eventually we'll fight Makai. Except we'll be like weird mutants by the end of it.
To be like, this is what's on this plane. I don't want to invade here.
What the hell is that effed up looking thing? I thought my guys were bad.
Your reign of terror comes to an end, Makai. You've troubled us for thousands of years.
Guys,
It's just
it's the
you
first
keep
time I
dying.
met you. What if we just die to a bunch of bears?
All right. Let me go and get a map set up for you guys.
Imagine next campaign we just play as a bunch of bears.
I'd be okay with that. I really liked Golden Compass.
Good book series.
Like, we don't even speak common, we just speak bear. We don't understand anyone.
All right. I should put that there, and then what is that value listing at? I'm pretty sure it's what I thought it was, but just double checking.
To be fair, bear beastkin are pretty strong.
They're pretty good.
No, not beastkin, just actual bears.
Just best.
Oh, okay.
Just like
That's a
actual
hefty
bears.
XP loss, though, right? Because that would be like a monstrous start.
Monstrous start awakened animal, yeah.
Is awakened animal even a monstrous thing in Unbound?
Oh wait, no,
No.
awakened animal's a thing I made up. Hold on.
I mean, I'm sure there is something we can think.
Well, awakened animal's been around for a long time. I just don't think it's inherent in the system at the moment.
Yeah,
No,
I made it as a.
Yeah.
I tweaked it as a player thing because someone wanted to be an awakened animal in a one shot. I think I just made it monstrous and gave it some funny stats.
Go grab your Tice's tokens.
I had a
They
character
weren't.
who just awakened trees for fun. Because why not?
Terrible. You gave sentience to things that didn't ask for it.
See, Echo will be in the front because they're leading the way. Who would be behind Echo? You guys can do side by side, but you guys would count Bob as 2 space. I'm setting up right now. Don't worry about map. Yeah,
Didn't we have a marching order before? Like
that was you guys leaving the tunnel. So I just want to figure out what it is with Echo now.
Well, if we're doing overland travel, I'm on Bob because I'm too slow, right? Because I slow the party down.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and then who's behind Bob?
I'll be, yeah.
All right, and you guys can be side by side. So who wants to be side by side with Kay?
Probably Bimbles and Sticks in the back.
All right, the elemental, would that still be around, or how long does the elemental last?
9 hours.
Okay, they should still be around then.
Yeah,
If you want them
Just
still
like
around.
Floating torch.
absolutely. Okay, the elemental's taking up the rear. So if I get attacked from behind, hopefully they'll attack it first. In fact, I was just thinking if we're traveling overland, historically I've kept 2 summons up. I might have summoned another one, but I didn't say I did. So
You did not say you did. You'd have to spend the mana. But it's too late now because an encounter has been rolled.
indeed, so I'm wishing I'd have said that before, but I wasn't thinking. So
Mhm.
yeah, only one elemental, but he'd probably be like, not right behind me, maybe 5 or 10 feet behind me.
Mhm.
Yeah, as soon as I get a chance, and remember, I will probably summon fire beetles because then I can have more bodies as a
Be sure. Right.
meat shield between me and whatever might attack me. Yeah, they're glowy and juicy, and they look delicious.
Yeah.
Eat that, not me. Yeah. They don't have to know that they disappear when they die.
They need to know nothing. All right. Well, I need to go macro this real quick because it was not a macro token.
It's so good.
For fire beetles, it's actually a little bit of a shame that the bodies disappear when they die because they normally leave behind glowy substance that lasts for like 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bestial, like a full animal form in Unbound. It's just part of the beastkin, but it's the bestial heritage. It's you add the monstrous pricing and you become an animal instead of humanoid.
Oh.
You get some other bonuses.
Nice. So we can be bears.
You get attribute bonus, size change, and a heritage trait.
So, our new life fighting Makai as crocodiles.
Imagine if that's what it takes.
Now,
for us just
can
go
we be
full
sharks
bears.
and be street sharks?
Street Shark. Oh god, I just you unlocked a core memory by mentioning them. And watching them on the old telly. Used to get American broadcasts every now and again. We were too poor to afford satellite.
What I always liked about the street sharks is like they got turned into sharks and they were instantly cool with it. Like
Yep.
there was no questioning, like, holy shit, we're sharks now, or they were just bodybuilders that got turned into sharks and they were like, awesome.
This is great. I love being a shark.
Alright, let's see here. That's where you should be. Just go get the ambiance loaded. It should set us up pretty good. Oh, missing something. Let me go do that real quick. Gotta macro up my stuff, make sure they're set.
Do bears have opposable thumbs?
No. No,
Just
they do
hold
not.
a sword
They
in you
do
with your
not.
mouth.
Uh-huh. Of course, we're in a swamp, so the likelihood of swamp bear.
Strong bear.
Crocodiles have opposable thumbs.
Huh?
They really.
They do.
How?
Which means we could be like full caster crocodiles.
Except they have short, stubby legs
Mm-hmm.
and side eyes, so you can't see what's in your hands.
Nothing that can't be fixed with some training.
You literally can't see what you're manipulating. It's
Just turn your head a little bit.
uh-huh.
Well, they do have some binocular vision, but it's mostly side. But it's also all on top.
Mm-hmm. Which is why it's kind of you're kind of doing the thing with the little T-Rex arms kind of thing, but you can't see what you're doing. I'm sure that might be a problem.
But hear me out.
Long arm, yeah. Yeah.
Shadowrun, awakened animal crocodile on a motorcycle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we can actually be the street shots. Like street crocs.
Backstreet Crocs.
And then
We can be Monty Gator from hit horror film. It's not a film. Vampire
I mean,
has
at
come
that
out yet.
point, if we die to snakes, we just become Monty Python.
Ha 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 ha. Spam, 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 spam.
Okay.
Spam, spamity spam, spamity spam.
you guys would come upon a great river with which Echo will approach. Alright. This is gonna be a bit difficult since you guys are not, spoke skills. I can just swim across. But,
I can make everybody able to swim.
oh, that'll work. Okay. Well, we need to get to the other side. So, swimming up.
Okay, so I'll do the really short one in a burst. Do I even have? I have blast. That's fine.
Yeah, it's good enough to fit everyone.
One of us can swim thanks to a ring, and you need to get
Yeah.
only need to get the rest of us.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
8 minutes of swimming equal to your land speed. And I have to make a no check because we're not in combat.
And if you're not upcasting, then yeah.
Right. So 8 minutes of swim speed.
Very good, very
I
good.
have to spend 4 mana. That's the wrong button. Is there a way to get my stamina back, or I'll just remember?
I'll
It's
give
going
it
to be
back to you.
dangerous. I'm gonna conjure some more scouts. I'm gonna summon fire beetles, and there will be 3 of them. Grab that token.
There you go.
Oh, did you already get it? So encounter 2 small river crossing. Small river
Should I
crossing,
refresh
yeah.
the dark vision? We're not underground anymore, right?
Oh, yeah,
We probably won't need it.
Has it been 8 hours?
This is nearing the end of the day when this encounter would occur. So it is definitely
Oh,
nighttime at this point.
Maybe.
Oh, well then dark vision again. So another 4 mana.
And, 4.
All right. Your beetles have been summoned.
I just always have my spear out. Just
All right. Let's get across and follow me.
These 2 beetles are gonna keep pace with him and be to the about 5-10 feet to the side,
Okay.
and then the other one will be in the back
We
with
got the
fire
movement
elemental
bullshit
behind
again.
me.
Wait, the what?
Yes, Matt.
The movement bullshit with when you trying to move your token.
Yeah,
It goes all
I'm kind of.
That's okay.
Oh,
Figure
never mind.
it out.
It's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's a nice place. I should love it.
You swimming ahead there, Bob?
Only as far
Towards
as the
the goblins,
beetle
yeah.
or echo.
All right. Echo will begin to swim through the very thick, boggy, murky river as it flows out and towards the ocean. You see a very small number of tributaries kind of push off and kind of flow off to the sides, making these small little islands within the jungle-like marsh that is here. A fallen tree kind of gives way, which is what Echo is kind of swimming towards, kind of get you guys closer to the land where they don't have to swim as much as water dangerous. And you can see right next to the fallen tree, which is a smaller limbed, you realize is actually not just a fallen tree, but a branch from this massive tree trunk here that seemed to have crashed down and fallen, and since has been growing with mushrooms and other forms of swampy matter.
Ooh, mushrooms.
You guys give me a perception
Good
check
evening.
as you get to this point.
Oh, shippy, checky, dingy. Damn it. I swear to God, if I get surprised again.
All right. Sticks and spoons. The two of you, as you're looking out around, first off, Sticks, you're probably drawn to the mushrooms as you kind of called out. You look to the mushrooms and you look up a little bit more, and you look at the base of the tree, and what you thought was just kind of like part of the trunk here, you realize there looks to be like a pair of eyes staring at you. A pair of like round, bluish eyes. And then you look slightly down, and you see another pair of much larger brown eyes.
Only sticks.
Sticks and spoons. You both had a 26.
There's eyes on the tree.
Hey?
Someone there.
Ah,
Do I know anything about eyes on trees?
no, the 13.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wrong tab.
We should swim away.
So I'll follow Echo.
I trust Echo.
Echo will begin swimming away. They will take a single action to get to here,
I can't move when everybody's moving.
as
Tokens everywhere.
I will see if the entity reacts.
It's not a dark tree, is it?
It's a very large mangrove tree.
A capital D dark tree.
No.
Book of Shadows, capital D dark tree.
Fire
Forget
beetles
us.
have a
Can't go to sleep.
pretty crappy fly maneuverability. And that was a hard turn. I'm thinking this one probably would have landed for a moment and then turned and then flew off. If that does anything.
Oh, do they have imperfect flight?
But most things
Yeah,
don't
they
have
have,
perfect
like,
flight.
Yeah, the fire elemental does, but the fire beetles, in order to turn, make that sort of turn. See, what is their? They
Alright.
have like
Uh,
4.
the beetles
Right.
are are they small?
Yes.
Okay, they're small. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if it considers it prey. Only one I would really consider prey was Bob. It's a guaranteed, but everyone else is kind of small. Let's
I'm
see
real small.
here. We'll say high is good for you guys. Okay. It let the beetle go on. As you guys are able to get further into the river, at this point, Echo will be like, "Need to leave the river quick, so the land." We'll swim to here to get to land. As they do, you guys see off in the distance a pair of eyes kind of plink up. Kind of like on little stalks of green and look out towards you guys.
Okay.
But you guys would make it to this island without any further issue, unless you guys linger.
Yeah, but it's an island,
Yeah.
Anyway.
and the thing's in the water.
Yeah. All
You can
right.
stay on the island all day.
Well,
Unfortunately, my throwing rocks ain't got returning, so I can't just keep throwing them.
that is good. We avoided that.
What
What
is
was
it?
that?
Bad. Big bad.
Does it eat people? I
Yes.
guess it eats people.
Clan has stories of the four-eyed trees. Says, if you see eyes on trees, give wide berth, lest you be. I can't remember the saying, to be honest. Lest ye be feed.
Does it rhyme in your language?
It do.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah. Well, it basically, don't go near trees with eyes, because you'll be food. Yeah.
Understandable.
Anyways, the eyes in the swamp are also, don't go near that. That's really scary.
If eyes on wood, you be food.
Alright, now, we should be able to carry on from here. But yeah, if you guys see any eyes in the swamp here, don't go near it!
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are pretty small, but large number of small things
Loose.
are, like, food for them, so.
Me standing menacingly.
And he will hop from lily pad to lily pad as he kind of just like hop through to get to the other side.
I will.
Bob,
walk
you
on
will
them
obviously
left.
not be able to hop on them. You're too heavy. But the goblins can hop on them without issue. Alright, you guys have successfully avoided, because of the 26 perception checks, a encounter with a lethal rank threat, or lethal grade threat. The rank you do not know. There was in fact 2 of them, by the way, just the other one's on the other side of the tree.
Eesh. Eesh, eesh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad Josh and I made good perception checks.
Yeah. That would have been dangerous.
Would it be considered a spoiler to just show us what we missed? Just a
I can show you the picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Control, yeah. Something.
Big old spider.
That's what you guys missed.
Okay.
So you basically just saw, let me zoom in enough.
That's got way more than 8 legs.
You guys would basically just see that on the tree. These like bulbous little eyes and the blue eyes up here.
Oh,
But
so
the
cute.
arms looked like they were kind of like wrapped around the trees like branches, so its body shifts to look like tree branches.
Oh.
You know, it's just over there on the tree.
Like a double spider.
Yeah, he likes to pretend he's a tree.
To be honest, I thought it was a frog. Not a spider.
Well, that's what's in the water. That's a... I'm just, making sure I got this. Yeah, you guys did not want to see the thing in the water. That was the other item I rolled. I'll just give you the name, and I figured you guys would probably figure out what it is. Froghemoth.
Froghemoth.
Froghemoth! I love Froghemoth. They're one of my favorite enemies to throw.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, since he was leading you not in the water, next to the trees, we just went with that way. But I figured throwing a professional grade boss would probably be best not to do that. So I just had him lurking in the side over here in case you guys went a little, frisky. Because I rolled him too. Anyways, so you guys push on to the other bank. You guys avoided the threat. I was supposed to roll up XP for you guys. I'm going to go do that because I forgot to do that. You guys did avoid a dangerous encounter.
Froghemoth is not in the bestiary.
It is not. Not the public one, at least. Alright.
Oh, the Forgotten Realms Froghemoth is gross.
Yeah.
XP log. Avoiding the tarantulas. 6 XP.
Well,
Wow.
Better than a sharp stick in the eye.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I've updated your XP log for that. And you guys will continue for the rest of the small amount of time before you guys eventually reach the Bogscale clan holdings. I've been so focused on prepping for Oblivion, I did not prep this city, or this village. So fear of the mind. Also, I kind of figured you guys, were not going to be able to.
Longer?
Yeah, I didn't think you guys were going to escape. But I forgot that, Harden and the weak can exist. So that's on me.
Whap, 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 whap. Bonk,
For
bonk.
hours.
Persistence. Yeah, we persistently wanted to open that door.
Yep. All
We
right.
did it quietly enough that nothing came to investigate.
With your guys' setup, you guys would push down into the Bogscale clan holdings, which is a loose groupings of floating shacks outside of a forested mountain range where you can see a small mine shaft looking hole with wooden braces can be seen upon the edges of the mountain. Basically, the mountain kind of just juts up suddenly from the swamp, with some trees kind of along the edges of a more coniferous nature, a bit different than the standard fare that you're seeing within the swamp. The clan holdings, seeing a large grouping gathering, would send forth a group of about 8 kobolds dressed in various turtle shell armors and shields with spears made from bone, from the looks of it. They would approach you, but would see Ekel with you and give a lowered guard wave as they kind of point the spears down to the ground rather than in a threatening manner. And they would speak in Draconic. Does anyone understand Draconic?
No.
All right, well, Ekel will translate roughly. He's not going to translate everything. Clanmates say welcome. They are happy for friends and glad to see Ekel safe.
I give a thumbs up.
nods.
Should make our way in to meet Chief.
Good.
All right, let's see here. That's the Chief. Then we have the Seneschal.
Quick side note, since we're tripping up over languages and stuff, I was trying to look up how to learn a new language, downtime training, and I'm not seeing the exact details. In linguistics, it says it's limited by int, and it's supposed to say under the skills training, but it doesn't say anything about languages. It just, Basically, what I'm getting at is how many downtime actions would it take me to learn what's their native language, Draconic?
Draconic, yeah. Let's see. I know there is a rule for it. Let me just see if I can't find it, because I know I've seen it before.
It's not under downtime training in the training rules, apparently. Under the linguistic skill, it says you can do it, and it refers to skill training in the training rules, but then that's where it ends, as far as I can tell.
Weird. Could have sworn I saw it in here.
It's in the GM guide somewhere.
I'm not seeing it in the GM guide either. It's going to take some time if you want to start doing it. Let's just, for ease, consider it the same as training a linguistics rank, basically.
So, one rank in linguistics, an apprentice would be 5 XP, which is 5 downtime actions.
That is way too short for language. We're gonna say 10.
Okay.
And then you would have a cap, as is tradition for all the other listings that it says on your XP log.
Right. Well, it also goes up the more times you do it. So the first one is 1 XP per action. The second one is 1 XP per 2 downtime, right?
Yeah.
So, and the cap is based on int, which would be really high for me, so I'm not really worried about
This way.
it. K can't do any training.
I can
Sadness.
just take a rank in linguistics and get 2 languages.
True. There's that too.
Do you want me to take Draconic? It'd be really funny.
It'd be a good language for us to learn, especially if we're going to have kobold allies.
All right. Yeah, just 10 rank, 10 days base, and we'll go from there.
10 downtime actions, which is different
Yeah.
from 10 days.
Yeah,
right?
10 downtime actions.
Yeah. It's 5 days on adventuring for me, and 2.5 if we stop adventuring for 2.5 days. Yeah.
So we at least got to 1, so we can spend some XP.
And I'll make a system in it for the Oblivion book, which will have my updates for it. But until then, just assume 10 days for the first language.
Yeah.
All right. I put this in the wrong motherfucking place. There, it's where I want to put it.
In the meantime, translating Draconic to Ignin, and I'm translating Ignin to, I don't know, Goblin?
I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He will tell you the group allowing you to move forward as you guys will push into the camp, crossing along the wooden footbridges that make up the small outlying village of the Bogscale clan holdings. They will eventually bring you to the base of the mine where a larger wooden building resides, out front of which is a small little island that houses a circle of small stones. Not many here, but kind of in the same mindset. In front of which is a bonfire, which is surprisingly crackling in this very moist environment, with 3 kobolds of note. The first one you would notice would be this kobold that is just absolutely jacked. They are so incredibly muscular that it's kind of intimidating. Just put their handout tokens right here for ease. And then, let's see here. The other one would be the jacked one, as you notice them, would give a nod towards Ekel, and then would kind of like lower their gaze in a kind of discerning manner at each of you, one at a time, slowly inspecting each of you. All right. The next one you would notice would be you should be marked as Seneschal. There you are. There's your token. All right. Would be another green-scaled kobold. This one dressed heavily in shell and bone armor with a turtle shell breastplate and a large sword seemingly carved from some great beast's rib bone. And then lastly would be a kobold that is cloaked in black robes with a almost crocodilian-like skull mask over its face, obscuring what the creature would actually look like. It almost looks undead at first. And those would be those 3. The chief, flanked by Seneschal Ruki, who kind of gives the same glowering look as Tove does, the absolutely ripped, muscular kobold, will look down upon each of you upon a heightened position, just in front of the circle of stones nearby the lit bonfire. He will look down and speak in Goblin, surprisingly.
Hmm.
Well then, goblins of the outlands. I see you have come here with our Ekel. For what purpose, I wonder? Ekel will open their mouth to speak, and Chief Puck will raise a hand. I wish to hear our outsider's answer. He will say that first in Draconic, and then we'll repeat it, so you guys know what he said. In Goblin. And he will look towards you guys.
Can I come out of stealth on Bob's back?
Are you able to stealth with near using your allies' spaces?
Well, as long as I'm obscured, right?
Obscured means you'd be hidden in foliage. There's a very specific feature that allows you to stealth using creatures as obscurement or cover. So you're not stealthed if you're on his back.
So I couldn't have been physically
Unless you're in
covered
his-
by a backpack or something. When
If
he
you're
came
in his
into-
backpack, you could be.
I think I've miscalculated the XP I have. Like a fool.
Because I think it would be really cool for me to crawl out of his backpack and stand on his shoulder
Well,
to
that's
start this conversation.
really based on if you want to start the conversation in the backpack. But if you've been traveling, I imagine you're just on his shoulder. But it might be cozier in his backpack, so it's up to you. It's not out of the question you'd be in his backpack.
Because I don't have to pay as much attention if I'm in the backpack.
Well, if you're in the backpack, keep in mind you will not be allowed to roll any perception checks besides sound-based.
Okay. But
So it's up to
it
you.
doesn't matter right now because we're in a city.
I just mean on the way into the city. So would you normally be traveling in backpack or out of backpack?
Oh, normally out of backpack, yeah. But when we were coming into the city, I probably would have tried to stealth, but I was AFK because
Gotcha.
family
Okay.
aggro.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, you can be in the backpack. It's allowed to be stealthing in the backpack. No problem.
Okay, so I'll crawl out of the backpack and stand on his shoulder, using his hair as a handhold.
Seneschal Ruki and Tove would give you a side eye as you crawl out of the backpack, but would otherwise not react. Chief Pock seems... Well, they have a crocodile skull mask over their face, so they don't really have any facial features that you're noticing, or any, reaction. But they don't even make motion towards your movements. They seem still focused on... Oh, let me go look at you guys' marching order to make sure who would be at the front. I'm pretty sure it's Bob.
Well, Bob is our spokesperson, so I'm going to wait for Bob to answer.
Yeah, he'll be looking at Bob.
Oh god. Wait. No. Hello.
You chose this life, Bob.
Yep. But
Yeah,
I'm
you right.
in view now.
You have the highest charisma in the party, so
Yeah. You right.
the
I
highest
hope-
of 10.
Nice meeting you.
You want Sticks to start
Names.
whispering to you? Giving you ideas of what to say? Or...
He speaks Goblin, right? So
He is speaking Goblin right
I
now,
see.
yes. And
Oh,
just
so
to
sorry.
reiterate, because there was a lot of conversation and a distraction and all that, he is asking why you come here.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we were led led here by a little apple. Found the thing in not crewer. There be dark things stirring in there that I don't really understand. Supposedly some thing from the stars. Says your tribe knows a bit more about it. Spoke more about it. And more knowledge about not crewer than we does. That's for sure.
Chief Pock Pock will make a motion as he looks to. His head just turns. Doesn't like you don't see his eyes move, but his head just turns as he looks out towards Ekel. He makes like a little get over here hand motion as Ekel scurries closer to his left hand side and like goes near to what you think would be a kobold ear. As you don't hear anything or you don't see any movement from Chief Pock Pock, but you see Ekel nodding. He'll look out towards you.
So, you have joined Ekel in investigating the ziggurat, the strangeness there, and found darkness within. But why come here after? What is your purpose?
Does he actively sound particularly strained?
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. Well, we've been coming this way. Potentially something that might be pertinent to you lot. There's been a thing going on over westways, way westways. Our leader, the pretty lady, says there'll be something else stirring from the stars coming up from a place called, what was it called again? Old Troven?
Yeah.
Place called Old Troven.
That's right.
There'd be bugs coming out. Not like normal bugs, but like weird, black, thrumming and humming space bugs.
Big bugs. Like
Size of
very
an
big.
Umi also. They be a bit snatchy. We encountered a few ourselves. Reckon they's gonna be pouring over the island, so well, we's gonna eventually head to Gogglers to get the gobbos together. Reckon if we all stand in one spot, won't be too bad fending them off none. Goblins together strong and all that. But you seem like smart eggs. What say you want to throw your lot in with us as well? Be better than facing it all alone, Billy No Mates out here in the swamp. Crocodiles or not, those bugs be coming.
Old Troven is far from here. These creatures you speak of have not been seen here.
Not yet, they haven't, but we only travelled a day in from the last time we saw them. It's only a matter of time, I says.
You wish for allies.
Yeah.
Clan Bugscale has its own troubles. Cannot bring resources elsewhere until free. You
What be troubling you then?
has mentioned the strangeness of the ziggurat. There are more from the depths. Bullywugs or a thorn in our side. But you killed them. For that you have earned respect. But Ziggurat hold more than just bullywug. Ziggurat hold dark secrets. Curse! Curse bleeds out, breaks into land, affects my people. Ekel may have had purpose to go there. Purpose now clear. Curse originate below, within Ziggurat. My people are not free to help your people until free of curse.
Until the times use freeze from the curse till something or someone solves. Whatever's under that ziggurat. You's locked up here for a while. That makes sense.
Alright.
You want to solve your own doorstep first, I say.
If you help Ekel with threat, Clan Bogscale will help with yours.
Well, that sounds good enough to me. Looks at Bob.
It does sound pretty good. But we are also trying to get one of the main Gobbo tribes on the side, you know?
Garglers have own issues. Here they are, attacked by monster.
Monster, you say? What kind of monster?
Great beast. Large and hungry.
Don't suppose it looks like a pile of snakes on legs, does it?
The hydras of this swamp delve deeper within, not near the edge. Ekel speaks of one within Ziggurat.
Oh.
The beast of the garglers is claimed to be divine, radiant by other clan standards. But we Bogscales know better.
Well, thank you for the information, either ways.
have earned that much for your unintended help.
I'll need a moment to conspire with my legs.
You have a moment of night and morning. Hut on Southern Island is yours. Was once warriors, now past. May use it as you stay here.
Please appreciate it.
I give a little hand wave motion as he has dismissed you.
Respectfully, part. But I mean, I don't like spit or burp or anything like
Yes.
a normal ogre.
How's your throat doing, Sage?
That's good. Surprisingly, that's one of the lesser painful voices I've done.
Yeah, even Bob's voice
Does
kind of
sound-
strains me after a while because I have to like dig deep into my lower
Yeah,
registry.
ones that are like, those ones are painful.
The screechy ones, I reckon.
Yeah.
Ah,
The low, gravelly growls, those ones are the pain. But like the sucking, raspy ones, those ones are fine. Anyways, here's Chief Pock Pock
Mm.
and his seneschal, Ruki and Tove, who doesn't have a title because he's just Tove.
He doesn't need a title
Well.
with the muscles like that.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Tove's
Like meat.
a
You didn't need
woman,
to know meat's
but
real name.
It's
Yeah.
just meat, yeah.
just me. All right. There is a small, small for the village. A lot of the shacks here are like 2 stories. It is one of the 2-story huts. You can see off to the south of this island that looks fairly dark and empty. But when you get inside, there is a notable spot that one has placed a rusty iron lantern that you guys can light with a, tinderbox or something. Give the room light.
I will absolutely light the lantern.
All right. Inside there is a simple, rickety-looking table set within the room, seemingly a dining hall for a group of 6, as this was once a warrior's hut, or like a barracks of sorts. Upstairs there are 6 beds, all sized for kobolds, unfortunately. For Bob.
I mean, that's fine for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's fine for the rest of you. But downstairs, along the dining table, there is off to the side a small little corner that's like filled with cabinets and barrels and stuff. There's a few provisions inside. You basically do not have to worry about any of your food for this day or for tomorrow. Basically tonight and tomorrow morning, as long as you're here, because there's enough provisions you guys can feed for probably about a good week and a half without worrying.
Yes, yes.
If you wanted to. Otherwise, the place is fairly simple. It's not too heavy in its, furnishings. It's built for a purpose, and that is to house soldiers. Up top side, you would notice there were some like weapon racks and armor racks on the opposite end of the beds, but they're all empty, as the warriors who had them never came back.
And I just realized we have a bunch of meat. We can just, give them or sell them. That would probably
I
spoil.
don't see why not. It's gonna go bad at some point.
Yeah, so just. I'm sure they would like some bullywug meat.
It's just frog. Really
Yeah,
tough
it's-
frog.
Sure, maybe, or I could jerky it.
I mean, can you jerk
In a swamp?
260 pounds in half a day?
Oh.
In a swamp. It's very
In a
humid here.
moist- Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like if you had maybe like a few weeks.
How much salt do you have?
That's a good question.
Be
Not
faster to
enough.
smoke it than jerky it.
Yeah,
Oh,
or just salt bake it.
Or just sell it.
Sell, air quotes, trade, really.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, let's get to the bartering maybe here in a minute. First off, what are we gonna do? So
Well, I think we should actually think about what we're going to do afterwards because we don't have all of us here present. So we can't really decide.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least have our discussion about it, and then we
Yeah.
can get.
Essentially,
The
there
whole
are two
opinion.
choices: is we either go help them with Nokrua, presumably they're going to send Echo with us again.
Maybe
Maybe
some
we
additional
ask for
assistance, we
more
don't know.
help. Yeah.
well, I'm not sure we want to divert for that long. I think maybe we
Yeah.
go talk to the Gogglers by way of the troll Minhir Stone. We ask them if they know about any more Minhir Stones, and
Because
then we take
if you
their proposal of us helping them back to the Pretty Lady, so that we're not just acting autonomously. Also, she might be able to give us some insight on the curse.
Maybe.
because if we're going to
But-
the troll man here, we can just go like this.
Going
Like-
into that dungeon might not be a quick thing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I fully expect it to be a
long.
long thing, and I think we should do the other thing we plan to do first, and take the proposal of this chieftain back to the lady and see what she has to say about it, and get some more insight.
Because we can't
that's
do
going
the
to
thing that
take
he's
even
asking
more
for us.
time.
So we should just finish our journey and then go back to the lady.
We can do the thing that he's asking of us because it's literally go down, kill a thing.
Well,
can
but we
go
don't know
down,
how
kill a thing.
long it takes to get to the
Yeah.
killer thing part.
Right, and we don't take orders from this guy, we take orders from Pretty Lady.
I mean, our order was, find allies. We
Find
are
goblin
finding an ally.
allies.
Was it specifically goblins or just find
She said go to the
allies?
goblin settlements.
She said go to the goblins, but I brought up the idea of bringing other races in, like trolls
Yeah.
or other wild ogres we might find, and she's receptive to the idea.
So,
So the bog scales are actually like part of the other races clause of the if we go out looking for allies.
I specifically want to ask her about the dungeon before we go back to the dungeon.
I don't mind asking. That's probably a smart idea. In
It's just-
character,
just
Bob
takes a lot
kind
of
of
time
wants to clean up crew.
It just takes up a lot of time for us to go back, ask a question, and then go back here. And
Which is
time
why I'm
of the
saying we
essence anyway.
don't go back and ask a question. We just go to the Gogglers, and then see if we can't continue our journey, and then come back to this later after we've gotten back to
after we go to the Gogglers, we go back anyway. Like there is no continuing of the journey.
We're not even going to attempt to go see the sea
don't-
swags.
No,
We don't got time to see swags. They're
All right.
several
I
days.
have added 2 new quests to your quest list. Curse of the Ziggurat is the one that Pok mentioned. That would give them as an ally. Completing it would give you guys 50 XP. The box scale is allies, and then Chief's Respect, whatever that might mean. Then there is the
Also-
Gogglers Goggled quest, which is hunting where that divine, air quotes, monster that Chief Pok mentioned. You have not technically unlocked that one yet, as that one is given by a different entity, but you now know of it.
Yes.
And that one would give you
Theoretically,
guys...
beats it.
Yeah, that one would give you guys 60 XP, the Gogglers as allies, 800 GP, and then Chief's Favor, which is an item of your choice from the Chief of the Gogglers treasury.
Yeah, like after we go to the Gogglers, we are going back because we literally don't have. Like,
Yeah, we
going to the
need
Sea
to
Swags is too
do
much
the.
time.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to see swags. That was part of our initial plan, but then we realized how much time it would take to get there, so we decided to
Yeah.
skip it. Right.
Mhm.
The obviously pretty lady said we ain't supposed to dally too long. You know, we got the big thing, and we just curb the tide of bugs every now and again. And I reckon we're a bit late on the curbing the tide of bugs part of our job.
And also, if we don't go to the goblins, we can instead just make goblins our allies. Because they are much closer.
Yeah. So I think our plan ought to be we go to the gogglers. Maybe we encounter the thing that's been bothering them on their border, right? We crump it. We go to them, be like, "Hey, we crumped your thing. Join the pretty lady. We already got another gobbo tribe. Come join us. What? Come join us." And then
Get them
also
to help us do the ziggurat fight.
at some point, if nothing else, but to give Bog Scouts a bit of an end. But even if they don't want to give them an end, right? I don't think they're just gonna fall over overnight. We can probably spend a bit of time going, an old trove and doing whatever, then come back. I don't know how immediate. He says there's a big curse, but
So, as a side thing, after we get to the gogglers, and if we get them on our team, maybe we don't go talk to the Sea Swag, but we send one of their guys over there.
probably, yeah, probably. Delegation?
I mean,
Since when?
they also probably have problems that they need solved, which
But we
Yeah,
can at
but-
least
because we are too far
start-
away.
start a communication, and if they have a problem, we can find out about it, and. But
Yeah,
not
like-
not on this trip. Yeah.
It ain't our job to fix every goblin hole. We could send someone else to fix it.
But we might need lots and lots
Especially-
of goblins if we're going to deal with the humies.
Yeah, the Umis are a bit rough. Thing is,
Uh-huh.
right, if we get gogglers on side, I reckon they could send a squad of boys to go deal with whatever the sea swags be up to and get them to join us.
Or we could ask gobblers for help with this thing. With the secret.
Why not crew?
Yeah. If kobolds can do it, why not kobolds and goblins?
We were kind of already doing that, weren't we? Well, until we
Yeah.
kind of chickened out.
I don't
It's
think
just that
that's a
there will be
gobble
more
problem. I
goblins.
think that I'm not sure a gobble could figure out the ziggurat curse. I think we talked to Pretty Lady about that.
I don't
I
know.
mean, we don't-
We had Echo,
I mean, we don't
and
know
Echo shared
what-
information with us.
We don't know what gobblers have because Amber Smoke sounds like a funny, smart goblin. So why
maybe.
can't these have? What if
Maybe.
they have their own pretty lady?
Oh.
Do they?
So where are we going next?
I think we should just decide the next point, not like the whole plan, just the next point. And then we'll
Gogglers.
go
I vote
from there.
gogglers.
I also vote gogglers.
Gogglers, we stopping by trolls first, or just straight to gogglers?
I think I can troll on the way home.
Yeah, troll on the
Yeah.
way back. Once we
Okay.
get the
So
gogglers to help
gobblers-
us,
yeah.
we go to the troll. But we should ask these people if they know of any other stones.
Yeah, I was planning to at some point.
And then gogglers, ask them about stones, get their help, and then have them come with us to the ziggurat to clear it for the bog scale. And then we all come
we
back
ask
with the
them,
ember smoke
we ask
back to the tree splitters.
Echo. Yeah. We ask them, we ask Echo, and we just, Echo did say we can beat it with numbers, so we just get more numbers. It's that easy.
Sticks isn't
Easy.
convinced. You saw how many bug. Yeah.
I reckon it'll be alright. Don't worry too much about it.
How many gobos did Humies kill?
I mean, but the humans aren't from space, so it doesn't count.
Exactly.
It's a perfectly
Flawless logic,
sound
I'll say.
logic. Yeah.
Okay, so we're setting off to Gogglers in the morning. In the meantime,
Seems like-
barter and other questions for smart kobolds. Yeah, I guess I'd go find Eckel and ask him who would know more about the Menhir stones.
Well, Chief Pock would be the most knowledgeable, but I am the clan shaman. So, I don't know other than the one I told you about. Unless Chief Pock knows of one but doesn't want to say about it, I think it's just the one that we know of.
Okay. If I find out more about it anymore, I'll let you know.
That'd be appreciated. Yeah. But you are setting off to Gogglers then?
Uh-huh.
Well,
We go tomorrow morning.
if this is the last time I see you then, good luck.
Good luck. We'll try to come back and help with Ziggurat in near future.
I will likely be there. One way or the other, like there and just, like dead there.
Don't die.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, Dawn's not allowed.
There is a time limit on the Curse of the Ziggurat quest now, by the way. So you guys are choosing
We
to not
figured.
join them.
What's the time limit?
You do not know. However long he can last. Zekel's going back.
Alone?
No, he's got some other warriors with him.
Okay. But now that they know the way in as well, they're going to be in the dungeon
Yep.
trying to clear it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that just means we can join them at any point, and they will be there.
Unless they're already dead.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're already dead, and then we can join them
Or
there.
finished.
That'd be fun. Like we come back and that course it's like ascended to journeyman rank or professional rank.
Oh, he's already journeyman rank.
Yeah.
That's why I was rolling in +4 plus whatever his ability score is.
Wow.
Wow. Anyways, it is easy enough to rest, to long rest here, because, it's safe in a village and all that good stuff.
We are selling the bullywug meat. Or
Selling the bullywug
exchanging
meat.
It.
What do they have for barter? Are they interested in bullywug meat?
They buy bullywug meat, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where's the equipment listing? Probably best to use my PDF actually for cut prices, because that's what we use. So I should look at that one for prices of food. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, we're gonna rest. That means I can spend XP.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Did you know I have 100 XP I didn't spend?
How much bullywug meat do you have?
260 pounds.
All right.
We'll probably sell like 240 of that.
Yeah. Leave like just a bit to cook.
Okay. They'll buy it off you for about 100 gold.
Sold.
Nice.
Alright.
Somebody who wants to haggle.
With
Anybody
the
want to
what
haggle?
fellowship?
Exactly. So sold. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give, by the way, the halo of the village, cyan halo, so you know that they're friendly. Same with the amber smokes. Well, amber smokes more like sort of friendly. And they weren't fully convinced, but they were convinced enough that they are considered maybe allies. So you now know which ones are allies and which ones aren't. Obviously, I'm going to
We
go
had a
mark
pretty good
Troven.
fire festival.
Wait, I don't have a symbol for Troven. Anyways.
I double lied to everyone. I have 177 XP I haven't spent.
God damn.
How?
How?
I miscalculated my entire XP at the beginning. So I had my starting XP at 231 and not the 283 we were supposed to have.
No, starting is 249.
Starting is 283.
You guys have earned 402. You guys started with 100, so you guys should be at a total of 502. You should be
I was
less
at
because
300.
you are an ogre, I believe.
502?
Yeah, I already put
That means
XP
we're
buy
at
off.
journeyman.
402.
Four,
You have
402.
earned 402. You start with
Yeah,
100,
I've already-
which is not calculated for German rank.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
your
yeah.
total XP should be 402.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm missing
I already
30 XP
had
somewhere?
my...
From the Nokro Hydra. I
Yeah.
also missed it.
Oh,
So I already put my 70 buy off, which is in my starting XP, right? So my starting XP is spent on 2 levels of Vit and key healing, and that was basically it.
All right. In terms of what they're willing to sell, by the way, what are you guys wanting? Obviously, they don't really have a lot of metal because you haven't seen a single bit of metal in the clan. It's all been like bone or hide or the like or wood, mostly just bone.
I think I might pick up selective channel.
But what are you guys looking for?
They're offering 100 gold for the thing. Let's add that to the loot sheet real quick and look at how much money we have. Or I guess I should, I need to look at how much money I have. The 100
I have a fair
gold
bit of coin.
hasn't been split yet. So selling loot.
We should
gold
avoid
100.
we should avoid using party gold to buy anything while he's not here. While Jack isn't here, right?
We have
Unless you're gonna
silver and
retro it.
copper listed in the party treasury. 64 silver, 156 copper,
Mhm.
and now we have 100 gold that we haven't split. Did we have a party share when we do splits?
Individual share 6, so it does not look like it.
We didn't because we're not smart.
Right. Okay.
Well, there's only 5 of us, so 6 is a party share.
So the party treasury is what we
Oh.
picked
You're right.
up and haven't split.
You're right. There is a
Okay.
party share. I'm a banana.
Okay.
I can count.
We are smart.
Okay.
It's Oblivion, Tuesday's game that is 6 players.
Mm.
And I don't think we're gonna need to worry about loot a whole lot in that game.
Not for the beginning.
Not for the beginning.
Yeah, I've got 118 gold. It's not enough for probably magic items or anything. But
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Uh,
Do tell us if we play tomorrow so that I finish making my token.
Yeah. I would say just to ease concerns and whatnot, just give me a bit more time. Just we'll play next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do
Just
that.
make it easier. Because I feel like the map I need to make is going to take me several hours, which I can finish tonight. But to finish the weapons, I'd have to go into work tonight, and I'm already covering a shift on Friday and Saturday, so I really don't want to work tonight.
Just chill, please.
So yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Having more money would be nice, going to work tonight.
Mhm.
But I would like to have 2 days of this week where I can, get good sleep.
I would
Also,
like
because we have 400 XP, we can get an attribute increase.
once you spend 400
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah.
Spending is important.
I would like a waterproof bag. Which
They definitely have those, so you
Yeah,
are good to buy those.
I want a waterproof bag, and I also want a bandolier, but you know how I want it to hold spoons, like lots of spoons.
All right, if you're wanting what is essentially a ammunition bandolier, you can spend the same money as a bandolier, but instead of having 4 slots, whatever it says in the equipment guide, it would have 20 slots.
Okay.
If you buy a adventuring version of it, it would have 30.
Okay, what's the prices for those? 'Cause
Bandolier is
I'm-
2.2 gold. Adventuring was 14.
And what's so it's just another 10 slots for spoons?
Adventuring would give you another 10 slots, yeah. And then if you make it
Nice
like
spot.
hiker quality, you can get that even higher.
Ooh, what would I put on it for higher quality? Is that in the Game Master's Guide?
Notably, the bandoliers they're giving you or selling you would not be designed for spoons. They'd be designed for like knives or arrows or something, but spoons just happen to fit.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect so many people to do spoons.
Yeah. Yeah. You're literally no one's gonna have spoon specific stuff besides you and maybe like 2 other NPCs on this island.
Some chefs.
So, a couple of questions on leading into items. First off, you're right. I can just take a rank in linguistics. Gives you 2 languages as a single downtime action with XP. Would I just have that in the morning? And
Yeah.
would here be a good place to quantify having spoken and written Draconic?
Yeah, I know they can definitely teach you. Speaking with Echo and all that, hearing what they're saying during the conversations. Yeah, you can
And
definitely learn
if
here.
I have written Draconic, do they have any blueprints for sale?
They would. What are you interested in?
Alchemical recipes.
They would have some alchemical recipes for sale, yeah.
Let's see. What have I already got? I have a big list.
They would have a grenade known as Swamp Stank if you want some grenade weapons.
That sounds cool.
Nice.
It's
much do
very
you want?
similar to a Alchemist Fire in that it's like a splash damage AoE thing, but it deals poison damage and it lingers. Called Swamp Stank.
Okay. Yeah. What tier blueprint is that, and how much do they want for it?
Let's see here. That would be a tier 2 blueprint, and they would be wishing for. Where's my prices for blueprints? Oh, that's helpful me. Varies. Price varies. Fuck me.
I love price varies.
Yeah,
Keep that
for-
to yourself.
For reference sake, the blueprint paper that it would have to be on, and you would need 2 of them for a tier 2, is 25 gold pieces for a fine quality blueprint paper. So it's minimum 50 plus whatever the knowledge of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would
Depending
sell
on
it
the-
for 80 gold.
80 gold. That's almost all my gold. That's pretty swanky though.
Swamp Stank.
All right, we got paid.
Let's see. I already have a tier 1 alchemist fire, healer kit, armor, headband, blueprint paper, blueprint.
You said 12.5 gold for the bandolier, right?
For the bandolier, 14 gold for the adventuring version at base.
Oh, can I have waterproof and fireproof on it?
If you want it to be waterproof and fireproof, you need to make it of excellent quality, which would increase the cost of it. Let me go to crafting quality because I don't remember that off the top of my head.
If I can afford it, I'm
Like
doing it.
155, I think.
Plus 80 gold.
80.
So 94
155 is
gold
exceptional.
94 gold, yeah.
deal.
And that would allow you to make it both waterproof and fireproof.
Like, how much money did you get from selling meat?
It was 100 gold total. But it
I got
hasn't been
100
divvied
gold
out.
total. It hasn't been handed out. It's in the party treasury currently.
Oh,
Alright,
But
is there anything else you guys want to purchase?
do they have a blueprint for healing potions?
They
Basic
would,
healing
yeah.
potions?
Yeah, Echo makes
Yeah.
those blueprints.
What will he sell me one of those for?
40 gold.
Is that a tier 1 or tier 2? Probably tier 1.
Just basic tier 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't need a lot to make
Like
them.
That's a good start. I'll buy that. I need to get a head start on that.
How much do these
blueprint.
things weigh?
The bandoliers?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Because I'm real weak.
When they're designed for small creatures, which is what they are, weigh 25% less per my book, which means they would weigh 3.5 pounds.
All right. I'm less than 3 pounds away from my max weight
Nice.
Mhm.
of 65 pounds.
Oh yeah, so you have taken maybe Cleaver Tiny because you fight one
Do
of
they
those
have
tiny frog things.
potions for sale? Like
They
healing
do,
potions?
yeah. Echo has some in their shack.
How much are they? And how much do they heal?
They would have potions up to greater healing in rank, so minor healing, healing, and then greater healing. They would charge for those potions. One moment. I have 20 fucking tabs. There we go. Let's see here. A potion of healing they would sell for 31.
Gold?
Yeah. A potion of greater for a potion of greater healing would be 312, and a potion of minor healing would be 15.
And how much do potions weigh?
They weigh 2 pounds a pop.
I wish to buy the middle one for 31 gold.
All right. You've acquired a potion of healing.
How's expensive was that expensive one again?
Expensive one was a good pretty penny. It was 312.
How much?
That's how much it heals for, the basic healing.
3d6 plus 3d8 plus 6.
Yeah, and the most expensive one heals for 5d10 plus 9. And then the babies heal for 2d8 plus 1.
Well,
Yes.
I would have bought 2 of the babies, except I can't carry them.
Mhm.
So I just bought one of the mules. 7 strength is a bad thing,
Yep.
everybody.
Really? The consequences
not
of your
as-
actions.
I mean, it's not as bad as 7 intelligence.
Well, I mean, I can put the XP stat thing to strength and gain a bunch of carry capacity, so...
I'll buy 3 potions of healing. I never know.
I could raise my int to 8,
I have 5 fellowship.
which will do nothing for me.
The skill thing is not exactly updated. Here, my Eidolon is finished at crafting. He has a +7 and has to hit a DC 9. Success. Okay. He has upgraded my tier 1 blueprint for blueprint paper to a tier 2 blueprint for blueprint paper.
Huzzah.
Yes. And making progress towards the tier 3. Then I can start making my own blueprint. Yeah.
Do I have a bandolier? I do have a bandolier. They can live in my band. I like healing. Healing is good. I never know when I might run out of channels or get eaten by a hydra.
Have you considered just not being eaten?
I have considered it. Also, I'm trying to remember. If I buy not a talent, that doesn't take my downtime action, right?
Talents and skills take an action. Otherwise, everything else is free.
It's 1d downtime action per tier of talent too, right? Or was it
Yeah,
just...
tier of talent or tier of skill.
Alright, that is the description of Swamp Stink, by the way, as he shows you the blueprint. I don't know if you bought it, but that's what it does.
No, I bought the healing potion recipe. I'm hoping to come back and buy it later, but I don't have.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool
I'm
though.
going to spend a bunch of my XP on dodge AC. Because more AC is more good. And some saves. I need some
Right.
saves.
Oh.
Saves are great. I love
Um,
saves.
Is there anything you guys want to do? We're pressing onwards.
One more thing for purchasing: is he willing to sell any mana dust?
No. He doesn't have any.
All right.
What does Second do in this system? Again,
Currently, it does something, but it will be changing in the future when I update the new the rules to the new ones. It is a active reduction 1 and weakened 2.
that's pretty good.
In the update, let me go grab that. Second is a tier 1 condition that causes you to feel ill. You must spend a quick action or provoke an attack of opportunity as you gag. So you lose a quick action effectively, or provoke.
Yeah.
Let's max up my vitality.
All right. Anything else?
I'm just filling out my XP purchases from the rest tonight.
Fair enough.
I think we should, if we end, we should just end because we don't.
That's what I was
have
gonna.
a
If you guys are gonna make your way to
Yeah,
the
I think it's,
gogglers, I'm trying to see if you guys are gonna start moving,
I think
or
it's
if you
a good-
guys want to
this
just
is a good
spend the
spot.
rest. Okay.
Yeah, we could say that we're gonna rest and then go to Gogglers and then roll for encounter and end,
That's what I was getting at.
and
Yep.
then Jack
Yeah.
can do his resting.
Yeah.
in-
All right. Who is leading the charge through the swamps to get to the gogglers?
That's the other thing we should ask them about: the route. Which way should we go before we leave?
Well, Eka would recommend you take this pass here, head east until you hit the river, and then follow the river on the other side up to the fork, get to the other side, and then follow it up to the Goggler tribe. This portion here is notably somewhat dangerous, so do not travel at night.
Okay.
We can.
Other than that, he does not know too much about the other side of the river, but that's how he would go. Because following the river is a clear indication, because it's just the base of the river.
Sounds good enough. I think.
But he would recommend against this area specifically just because it's got some spooky, scary stuff. He would indicate it has pretty lights. I'll just do it in his voice.
Pretty lights that way draw you off to depths and drown you.
Ooh, that ain't
Oh, I
good.
know what those are.
That's not enough, unfortunately. I don't even have to look at the
Lights?
monster, but it's I know it's more than that.
Yeah.
He has a DC 26.
I could have hit it.
Yeah.
You could have.
I didn't.
Let me look at your lures. I don't think you're gonna hit it anyways. I'm just curious if your lures would be useful. No. Anyways, yeah, there's some entity in that way. Don't travel at night. One of the other things I'll roll for him to see if he knows about it. He would not. Never mind. All right. Well, whoever's leading the charge, I need a survival check, and you can have up to 2 people assist.
I have +6.
Primary survival.
+2 with the if I use the compass.
Hey, look! I rolled a 3. My dice. My 4 dice.
Well,
I'm assisting.
I think you guys are about to get lost.
Hold on, let me.
Wow, I'm so good at assisting.
Where's my token?
Well, with a +2 because you have a compass.
Yeah, so you have a 12 sticks. Wow.
Yeah, I have a 12.
Boy.
I have a 12 as well.
Wait, wait. Why are we rolling before looking at what Mimbles has? I don't think he has.
Well, I have a
that.
+5. I'm the
Well,
one
you
that
have
does
the
the
highest bonus.
stealth rolls.
With a +7. I just rolled a 3.
Survival. Yeah, he has +2. I have -2, so yeah. I mean, we can Destiny. I think we should. Because we are not in a safe place.
Yeah? You want to spend a destiny on this?
I don't want to spend a destiny.
How many
I mean,
VPs
only-
does Sage have?
Because there are two choices. We either get lost and
I have 9.
maybe go off track into the dangerous territory, or we, don't do that.
That's a compelling argument.
Yeah, but bad rolls happen. Even a destiny might not save it. So
We might flub the destiny too, yeah.
yeah, I don't want to spend a destiny.
All right, well, I'll make your party icon not visible as you guys will begin your march, hopefully eastward.
Which
I
token
mean, we have
should
a
we
compass. We literally have a compass.
Update the ones that are on the Swamp Encounter 2 map, because those ones are the most recent.
I updated them. One on this map.
Okay.
Not that it would change anything for me.
Right about the end. Alright. You guys would travel for a little bit, and then you guys would get lost as your compass begins to spin and whir, not figuring out which way is north.
Uh-oh.
Looking around, as Styx tries to figure out what the fuck's going on with the compass, you realize there's a thick layer of mist all around you, and secret roll. You'll begin to walk deeper into the murk, hopefully in the right direction. I will need another survival check. This one is, we'll see what happens.
Let me
Hey.
long rest. Am I doing survivals? Is my +5 good or?
It's just whoever's assisting Styx. You have up to 2 people who can assist.
Oh,
Rest. And
Successful
Yeah.
assist.
Do that.
I now have 8 strength, everyone.
Nice.
That's right.
All right. Styx. At this point,
Wait, give Bob a second.
as Bob and Spoons, I assumed you're gonna hit the DC. It's a DC 5 to assist, and you have a +6. So. As your companions assist you in their aid of trying to point out things, you notice up to the east the towering mountain that was indicated on your map. So you're able to kind of right yourself and figure out where you are. Unfortunately, you did travel a little bit further south than you were wanting, as you guys are now here.
Yeah.
But you guys are able to get back on track. From there, push your way northeast to the river. I will need, at this point, swim checks to get across the river. Or, more appropriately, transmutation check to see if you can't cast the spells and aid your companions getting across it. This is also representing you guys avoiding any water creatures in the river that might
I
be near
pass.
distances.
With just
Excellent.
a D20, I pass.
All right. You guys can go another 2 miles before it gets too dark. All right. And then he suggested you guys
Do
actually
I need
go.
to spend the mana for that?
You would, yes, unless you want to roll something else to get across.
Okay, well, let me go back to that map.
All right. But you guys would be able to get to here before you guys would need to either force march throughout the night or call it and find a place to camp.
let's find a place to camp.
Right, roll me a survival check.
Sticks.
I mean, how dark is it right now?
It's pretty dark. The swamp is
We
pretty
don't wanna force
fogged and
Okay, and then
stealth to hide the camp.
Assisting to
here's my
assisting the
stealth.
survival check. Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother. Well, okay, I'll roll. It might be something of no. I'll fucking check. What's a 68?
He sees the 30. I'm not gonna bother.
All right. In your camp, you would find something that is dry enough. There's some trees, coverage, give you guys. It's not the best. It's really just suitable because you're just done walking and just dealing with this fucking muck. But when you get into the spot, you actually notice there's just as the sun begins to fully set over the horizon and the fog kind of blows on in. It's perhaps one of the prettiest sights you've ever seen. The sun falling down and glistening over the swamp waters, making it look almost like this.
A spoon?
No, like this cosmic field of pinks and reds and purples. It's super pretty.
The prettiest thing I've ever seen. A spoon. It's a big spoon.
It might be in the shape of a spoon for spoon. Who knows? Either way, all I rolled was simple sights, nothing of interest. So it's
like
pretty.
Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad movie. Everybody's his mom.
But yeah, you guys would be able to
Everything's
rest
food.
without issue, and I will see if you guys have another encounter along the way. 3 miles to get to there.
And if we've slept, then I can cast the swimming spell for
Yeah.
this also.
All right. That was almost an encounter, but not quite.
Hold on. I have to check my mod and see if I make that. No. That's only a
Just-
10.
Just cast it again.
And just cast again. Use the mana again. Let's see what happens. Well, we're gonna go with the dice have spoken, and as you guys try to cross the river, unfortunately something will interrupt it. What? Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no!
It's an
Alright, see you next
I mean,
week!
that's a very high roll.
Your break
Uh,
encounter deadly and unforgiving. Okay. Well, that should be fine.
That's what I get for
Just-
rolling a 1.
Guys, can we just destiny that down because we don't want to.
Can we?
Yeah.
You guys
It's
can spend
a
destiny if you want to.
10,000? Yeah.
It's only a 6. What's the
Oh,
It's
it's
destiny
a
on a
6
D6
times
times
5
like
for
50.
big numbers.
The d6 times 50
like-
for d1000s.
Okay.
You want to spend it,
we
one
will
person
s-
can spend it. Let me know.
I
Do we
will
want
spend
to?
one of my points of destiny.
Alright, so that is one from Bob. Roll me that d6.
Please roll high.
200.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll bring it upward. No.
You want to bring it upward?
Don't. Don't tear break. We're going to.
It rolls over to 19, right? Because it's over 1,000. It just goes to 19.
Alright.
To be clear, I downgrade. To be clear, I downgrade.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright,
Yes, it
at the
works.
fork in the river here, there is a small islet within the fork that kind of rises up into a mound, and in the mound you can see there's a hole billowing forth with this green smoke. There's a cave up ahead. We'll leave that for next time, though.
Mhm.
Hey.
So,
with
we're gonna
smoke.
stop the session here. Hope you guys had fun, and
Oh, God.
we'll pick up next week. Until then, though.